Hello and salut everybody. So today is all about money. Argent, ega. Spanish say dinero. We are talking about however you call money. We are talking about money today. And I want to continue this conversation today by talking about saving. So before I do, welcome back to Chatting with Nicole. If you have not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe, share this video, like, and also check out the rest of the videos. Thank you very much for being here. But as you know, I am super grateful that you are here with me or listening to me right now. I appreciate your support. So you know that, I am all over the place, right? I am all about talking about things that I believe that we need to talk about, not just the gossip, not just the nonsense, not just the silly videos that will not get us anywhere. So I want us to chat about saving. And I know I discussed this on my channel before, but I want to come back and have a little deeper conversation about this, because I hear people tell me that only rich people save. Only rich people invest, for example. Only rich people can do this and can do that. Only rich people can help the poor. Only rich people, can are in the position to do things that, I'm asking or I am telling them to do. So specifically saving. I know that it is a difficult time. We have inflation going on, and I know that things are hard. Things are hard. I was telling my son was saying something. I felt like I don't think he thought that I heard him. He said, when you go to the grocery store, you only buy 2 things and it's 100, because I was giving him a budget. I wanted him to do something. And I said it was $100. And he said that you only get 2 things and it's 100. You go to the grocery store, you buy something right now, like 2 things, you already spend $100. But before, you can actually go and get grocery for a whole week under $100. Everything changed. So I know inflation and everything else is difficult. Things are very difficult nowadays. And, we want people to save. And people will say that I can't. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. It is not fair. It is not right. It doesn't make sense for people to be expecting me to save. So I am here to discuss that, to just have, understanding of our beliefs and how we see saving as. We have people, I was watching this show, and the highlight is what got me. It said that somebody is 600, somebody's making $665,000 a year, and he's feeling broke. When I say that, you will be like, that is not fair. That is not fair at all. And no one should be talking. And when some people see this, you are angry, including myself. You are angry that somebody's making over $1 million a year with 2 kids, a wife and 2 kids, and complaining about being broke every month. So you will be angry if you are making $30,000 a year, $28,000 a year. Of course you're going to be angry. Of course you're going to what in God's name is going on? And of course you're going to want to slap those people when you hear stories like that. And that's why you will say that, somebody who's making 6 figures should be the one, you need to be talking to save. Someone who is making way more than me is who you're supposed to be talking to save. But I'm here to tell you that no matter what your salary level, no matter how much you are making, no matter where you stand, we should all be saving for rainy days. We should all have a savings account. We should all have some kind of investment somewhere, no matter how small, no matter how big. So in America right now, the average monthly salary is about $8,000. That's what Google said. And in Africa, the average monthly salary is a little over 700. Yes, that is more than 10 times less than the US. And I am saying that every single person, no matter what your salary is, you might be saying, Nicole, that $8,000, almost $8,000 in the US, that's not me. I am way like 3 times under that, or maybe 5 times under that. I understand. So we know that no matter what your average, no matter where you stand in that average, I am still here to tell you that every single one of us, we should be able to save. We should be able to save for a rainy day. And saving, it is not for the rich. The rich should not only be the one saving. We, every single one of us, no matter what your level, no matter how much you are making, we should be able to save, especially those of you who have children. So, and I know that a lot of you said, nobody knows tomorrow. So I'm just living every day. I'm just living like there's no tomorrow. Well, what if there is tomorrow? You don't know. That's why you are living at like every day there's no tomorrow, right? You are not doing anything for tomorrow because you don't know. Only God knows. Only God knows your tomorrow. So you are using that as saying, I'm not going to be worrying about tomorrow. I'm just going to live every day like there's no tomorrow. That's what I say. What if there is tomorrow? You live today like there's no tomorrow. You use everything you have. You spend everything you have. So what happens if you have tomorrow? What are you going to do? You're going to call somebody? What are you going to do? You're going to sleep hungry? What are you going to do? You have a lifeline somewhere you're going to call. You have a rich uncle somewhere. You have a friend you're going to call. So yes, we know that we don't know about tomorrow. Only God knows. I don't know if I'm going to wake up in the morning. I do not know that. That's why every time I go to bed, I thank God, I submit my soul into his hands. I told him to take complete control. That's why I repent, I've asked for forgiveness every night before I go to bed, because I do not know whether I am going to wake up the next morning. So I agree with you. We don't know that. But we do things by faith. We hope and pray that we will see tomorrow. And if we do see tomorrow, we want to make sure that we're okay as far as financially. So I am going to encourage you that yes, it is difficult. It is hard. Yes, we believe that rich people should only be the ones saving. It is not for us because you are living paycheck to paycheck. We are barely making it. But I want to tell you that even us who are barely making it, we can still save. We can find a way to save. It frustrates me when I'm watching, I'm reading, and people are complaining about how things are hard, making over $500,000, 6 figures. And you have people who are making $30,000 a year and making it every month. What is the difference? Why is that happening? Because of lifestyles, because of the style of life that we are living. Over 500,000 person who is living, he's living large. He's living large. He's living above his means, even though he's making $665,000 or $700,000 a year. He's living above his means. That's why he's complaining that he's broke, even before the end of the month, every month, because he's living above his means. That's why I have always said that the best thing to get through, the best thing to get you out of your situation, your financial situation, the best way to be, okay, to be able to survive it is to live under your means. All of these people who are complaining, I listened and I heard, and you have the counselors or the experts, they will spend a whole hour trying to go this and go that. The only solution here is to live under your means, not above your means. That's simple as that. That's why people tell me if I'm a counselor, I'm going to be a poor one, because people will just come to me one session and they'll get the answers. They will not come back. So I'm going to be a poor one, because I'll tell you the truth, because I don't like to just sit there and just sugarcoat things when the truth is right there in front of you and I. The truth is, the reason why you guys are suffering, you're making that much money, 6-figure, and still complaining about being broke, is because you are living above your means, and you need to come down, way down your means. Cancel those things. Do those. It doesn't. It is not worth it. And the reason why those of you who are making 30,000 a year and making maybe 25,000 a year, because I know people are still making that much money, that less. There are still people making less than $25,000 a year. The reason why I am saying that all of us are struggling to save with that bracket is because you are living above your means. I know it is not easy. I get it. But if you know this is how much you're making, this is how much you're bringing in, then you have to know where you stay. I know sometimes it's difficult, but you have to choose. You have to be wise at where you're staying. If you have to shack in with somebody, if you have to be you have to share a room, share an apartment. If you have to do that, if you have to have a roommate, do it. Do whatever you need to do so that you are living under your means. So all I'm saying this to say is, no matter what your salary, no matter how much you are bringing in, no matter how much is your salary, no matter how much you are getting paid, no matter what your situation, no matter where you live, whether you live in Africa, whether you live in Europe, you live in America, you live in Asia, wherever you live, I'm dropping stuff here. No matter where you live, the only way for you to be able to save, the only way for you to be comfortable, not just save, but save for yourself and even be able to help the poor, pay your tithe at church, be able to have enough money to pay your tithe at church, help the poor, help the needy, and be able to save is to live where it means. You have to try. But I want to remind everybody, everyone, no matter what your circumstances, even if you're just single lady, you are just single man, you are just young man coming out of college, no matter what your circumstances right now, you are just 18 years old, you are 60 years old, 70 years old. I want to tell you that it is imperative, it is important for you to have a savings. It's important for you at the end of the month for you to have a little bit left to put aside. I always tell, I always tell my son that you have to have at least 6 months of living expenses saved. We have to try to have at least 6 months of expenses saved for rainy day, because you can just, your job is not guaranteed. Your customers are not guaranteed. Your business is not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, just like we were talking about life, right? So that means that at any moment, you may not have what you have today. So that's why the recommendation, even the expert will tell you, the recommendation is to have at least 6 months of saving somewhere for rainy days. Yes, we don't know if we're going to be alive tomorrow, but just in case we are alive, that we are okay. So I want to encourage young people. I want to encourage middle-aged people. I want to encourage old-age people. I want to encourage everyone that every single one of us, no matter what our level, our income level is, we can all save. We should all save. We should all put money aside. We should all save for rainy days. We should all save for our children. We should all show them and teach our children how to save. Prove to them that it's possible no matter what your income level. We should all be able to save. So don't blame, don't say that rich people should only be the ones to save. No, even poor people can save. Sometimes we wonder, why did God even create all the creatures? For example, why did God create ants? For example, what does ant do for us? Some of you who know, you can tell me that later or in a chat. But you wonder, why did God create all these creatures that we see? Why did he create them? So I understood the purpose of an ant, ant, the creature ant. I'm going to use this example for you in the Bible. Proverbs 6 through 8. And this is Solomon. We know Solomon was the most wisdom, even though he didn't end like it, but he was the most wisdom and still is today the most wisdom man. So it says that, go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. He said to go to the ant, use an example of an ant to be wise, all right? So, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provide her meat in the summer. So, ant saves in the summer. He saved his food in the summer and gathered her food in the harvest. So, what this Proverbs 6:6-8 is telling us this, we need to learn from an ant. What ant does, even though ant does not have a ruler, it does not have a manager, it does not have a leader, an ant is smart enough to know that in the summer, that's when it has to gather all his food. It has to save all the food for winter, for rainy days, for when it's rainy, for when it's cold, he cannot get out. So it is telling us to learn from ants so that we can save for rainy days. When things are going well, when you have a job, when you got to get your paycheck, no matter how much your paycheck is, you have to put a little bit aside every month, every week. You have to put a little bit aside for those rainy days. Okay? So I want all of us to learn from an ant. I want us to learn from an ant. I want you to go and read this verse so that you can see it for yourself. But all of you who kept saying that, only rich people can save, I want to tell you that that is not true. All of us, we can save. The only way for us to save and be comfortable with whatever we have. Remember, the Bible said that we should be happy for our wages. We should be happy for how much we are getting paid. I know it is not fair, I get it. But the Bible tells us that we need to be happy for whatever position you have. Everybody have a different level of education, of experience, of wherever you are. We are all different. We all live in different ways and different places. But the one thing that we need to know is no matter what it is, you need to live and be satisfied with your wages. If there is something you can do about it, do something about it and get it better and get higher wages. But whatever you have today, you should be happy for it. And you should find a way to live under your means so that you can save. So no matter what your circumstances, no matter where you are, no matter who you are, I want to tell you that it is possible to save. So I want you to work on that. Try, look around you, see what you have, see how you are living, see the things that you have around you, and try to make some change so that you can save for rainy days. And some of you even went so far in saying, only rich people, invest, for example. But some of you are spending $100, $200 buying Nike shoes, for example, but you don't have a Nike stocks. You see what I mean? I talked about this, and I talked about this before. So if you're spending the little money that you have buying Nike shoes, you should at least have Nike stocks. You should buy Nike stocks so that when you are buying Nike shoes, you are paying yourself. Because when you are buying and people are buying, the stocks are going higher, you are paying yourself. So we just have to be smart and know what the rich people do. We have to learn from the rich people and do the same. But you don't have to be rich to do that. You don't have to be rich to act as a rich person. You just have to live under your means and do the best that you can. You don't have to be rich to live like a rich people. You just have to know the game. So I am telling you that it is possible. No matter what your salary, it is possible for you to save. It is possible to live like rich people. So I want you to share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already, and also check out the rest of the videos. Stay safe and blessed, and I'll see you on the next one.